Yo, what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and they thems, and welcome back to Coffee Talk 2. I'm recording this the day I uploaded, last video. And all I have to say is, I'm not sorry. Well, I kinda am, but I'm not at the same time. I don't even know why I'm stressing about it right now. A game I actually want to record and play. Yeah. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Oh boy. Or not. Well, let's hope it's not a long night, because I actually gotta do stuff later. Well, I wouldn't say tonight, but, you know. I got shit to do. Good evening, Mr. Yalla.
Hey, Rebel. How are you? How are you? Not too shabby, I hope.
Oof. Everything is just fine.
You sure?
Positive. How about you, sir? How's work?
My shift's over, so I'm free now.
Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day.
That's right. Thanks for giving him the key card, by the way. Good call.
Huh.
You saved me $100.
Not a problem. Wait, what?
A replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything.
Oof, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah, glad I was able to, stop, rewind, forward.
Huh, yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest.
Oh, but didn't you call him for his spare key?
I did.
So...
let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says.
I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much.
Or there's something that keeps him coming back here.
Or someone. Really, what is it?
Take a guess.
Well, if I had to guess... Come on now, stop being so damn clueless. I know you're an airhead, but I'm stupid, but I'm not retarded, okay? Maybe you?
Me?
I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days.
I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims.
So he claims, but yet he told us that whole story about you and, you crashing his little orgy or something like that. Is that right? Huh?
Who knows? Maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here.
Really?
There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like?
It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit?
Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan.
Yes, what a nice surprise.
He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is.
On that note, I'm so ready to take your order.
Much obliged.
So, what will you be ordering tonight, Mr. Gala?
So, Hendry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple other stuff in it. I'm assuming ginger. I think it's called an SCMJ. I'll have a cup of that.
No, it is not considered cheating. It is called a guide. Aha! Thank the Lord for guides, because I would have never guessed it. It was milk, ginger, and then honey. I have nothing to give, so I'm keeping that for Officer Joji. One nutritious drink from the nigga, shut up. Archipelago. Coming right up.
Thanks a lot. So, what's in it again?
It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. Where did the egg come from? The drink's name itself is the ingredients: susu, telu, madu, jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Why do I feel like that's Arabic? And why did I try and do that in like a French accent? No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. Henry, Rachel, who are these people we're talking about? You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. And then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why's that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. He told me. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yes and no, kind of. Yep, he gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh? I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yes. And he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that it makes no sense. That makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say though. It's the strange longing for some times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Yeah, honestly, I'm like, where I live right now in, I won't say the city, Virginia. Yeah, I've been living here mostly like my whole life. I remember I was born and raised in Virginia, basically. Born in Virginia, lived there for a couple of years, went to Japan, lived there for a couple of years, went to New Jersey, lived there for a couple of years, and came back from Virginia, and since like, 8-9 years old, and then, 9 years later, I'm 18. Yeah, again, born and raised here in Virginia. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Yeah, change. Because you're not really supposed to get used to change. Change is always changing. That's why it's called change. Look at me, my philosophical ass. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for the dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Well, pretty much, because like literally yesterday, last night, it was a boom, boom, with thundering and rain. Like, it was for 10 minutes thundering hard, raining and thundering hard, and then next like moment it was like, oh, peaceful, sunny. Look at the sunrise coming out from the side, and then the night is just boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Virginia and its bipolar ass weather, looking like in-game Seattle. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix, but thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Get back on the phone! Give me the guide, nigga! Give me the guide! Yes, I can get you a tea, lemon and cinnamon Russian tea. Cinnamon. What was I hovering over that Kofefi? Honey. Why was I hovering over honey? All right. Put it away. All right. Again, I don't know why I keep checking my drawer when it's for offered to Joji. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. Shut up with the stupid ass, corny ass jokes. That's a good one. Don't lie, that was ass. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? Is it Lucas? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m. 3 a.m.? Jesus, that's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away to my response. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Well, I don't know. Cause I wouldn't know, but my sleep schedule in the summer, and I'm not saying this is for like every YouTuber slash influencer sleep schedule, but like you don't really have like a good sleep schedule if I'm like inferring on my own life. Cause what I go to sleep at like the 2 or 3 a.m.s and then wake up around like 9 or 10. It's not a healthy sleep schedule, I'll tell you that, but at least I try and get my like full 8 hours of sleep. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met, which was another surprise since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Oh? Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person, which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure if it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Oh, is that Lucas?
Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight.
I swear, like, every time I do Gallon's voice, or like, at the end of sentences when I'm like, yeehaw, or something like that, I feel like I'm doing Georgie's voice when it's supposed to be deep, growling, something like this. Not like Officer Georgie's voice that has that little black bass in it. I already went through this last episode, but I still have the audacity to go again, trying to go in this episode runtime. Nigga, get on with the damn episode.
Okay. Probably for the best given the circumstances.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight.
Understandable. Oh, please don't go off again. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but
no need to apologize for something out of your control.
That's right, you tried everything you could. I know, but thank you for understanding.
How are you doing, miss?
Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children?
Sorry?
Oh, I mean the hospital admissions problem from the other day.
Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of.
Had beef. It's not I had a beef, it's had beef. Well, I'll let it slack, because that's slang. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
No worries. That was funny.
Well, nah. I was about to say I don't talk to kids on the regular or something like that, which would sound weird like out of context, but no. I don't be talking to kids, but like some of them be ops sometimes. So I understand why some adults would be having beef with some kids, like their own kids, by the way, or maybe if you're a teacher or something like that and you have beef with kids.
It's only been a few days, so not as much has changed. How about you? You feeling better?
Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago.
We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place?
Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a meter spot just outside the now defunct library.
Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection?
Yes, that's correct.
I see. So it was originally a library.
You know the area?
I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now, but it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with it. Since it's located in a very populated culture-centric neighborhood.
That's true. There's even an art college nearby.
Right. Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd.
Odd? How?
It's just barren, especially if you consider that area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way.
Feel? Don't you mean remember?
Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it?
That is odd.
Well, there used to be a flea market there a long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling?
Flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh wait, there was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets.
A dead tree, huh?
No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know.
That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers, and the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrance of sorts.
Remembrances? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna recap a bit here, okay?
Sure.
Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for someone.
Sounds about right, except the trees are no longer there.
Oh.
Are you serious, Pops?
Why wouldn't I be?
That is crazy! God! It's Joji and Lucas. Good evening, good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone! Oh boy, I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady.
Hello.
Rebel for the love of all things holy.
See, I just did Gala's voice right then and there when it was George.
Tell me my lighter's here.
Well, you're in luck because it is.
Hot damn, thank goodness.
Would you like me to get it for you now?
Nah.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order.
Cheers.
Well. What's up, y'all? What is wrong with my voice right now? I've been through puberty. My balls have dropped. Why am I still talking like I'm still with my balls in my throat?
What's new? Evening, officer.
We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized.
Oh.
They got your car too, lady.
Yes, but it's not a big issue.
Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss?
I can send you the coordinates if you like.
That'd be real swell. Got it.
Okay.
Oh, is it within the area you expected, or? Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago.
I see.
You can rest assured we already increased the patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill, Rebel? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase of your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Rebel, and don't forget my lighter.
See, now I'm considering like a voice change up for Gallo or Georgie, because I feel like they sound way too damn similar. But an espresso, isn't espresso just straight coffee? I was about to say like, let me get my trusty phone, but espresso, I swear I remember espresso just being straight coffee. What do you know? And here, have your lucky lighter back, and stop leaving it around here. I swear, by the end of the day, you're gonna leave it back around here.
Oh, there it is. Thanks, Rebel. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sorts? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen.
Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. Well, now that I mention it, it's probably this. I mean, yeah, I put it in my phone and I carry my phone with me all the time, but like, I think this is like technically my Lucky Charm, because even in my old phone, in my old case, where you couldn't even see it, and I had it behind here, I always kept it in here too. So maybe that's my Lucky Charm that I keep with me all the time.
Right.
Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house.
Cheers. Ah, perfect as always.
Are you ready to order? Might as well. I like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drinker yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? Then I'll have to, that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. I would say cocoa, milk, and ginger or cinnamon. Most likely ginger. Let me get the recipes out. See, the thing is, he said the name also reminded me of a song, but he says it's Spanish. And I got two things right here that says Spanish Sahara, or Spice Lady. And for my JoJo knowledge of part 5, remember part 5 correctly, there was a stand named Spice Girl or Spicy Lady. I'm gonna have to go with the Spanish Sahara. Chocolate, milk, and gingy. Alright. Spicy kick to it too. Yeah, ginger has a kick to it. Alright, no. This should be fine. Yeah! That looks like it. Alright, here. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Rebel. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experiences, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience?
Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened?
Tell him, Pops.
It's not that big of a deal, honestly.
Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. Also, like with Georgie's voice right now, I'm thinking of giving him like the deep raccoon eggs type of bassy voice, right? Damn, I can't do it right now, but you know how Raccoonix talks, and like how Reggie kind of talks too. That kind of deep, bassy Raccoonix soft, luscious voice. Maybe when I'm like laying back or something like that, then it could come out more naturally. You got a point there. Y'all weren't talking about the area anyway, right? Yup. Well, I've been patrolling the area the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with meter parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree?
There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library.
Huh? Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January.
Ah,
The commercial communities decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona.
are you expecting something from me, Rebel?
Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to get mixed up the facts.
I understand, but I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind.
Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So, anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected, though, nothing happened at the first 2 nights. But yesterday. Damn it! Oh, no. Be right. Try and get it spooky and atmospheric as much as I can. Yesterday was a different story. Whoa! Hold on. Spooky. Too bad the sun is out and like messing up the mood. Imagine if I did this at night. It would have looked tons of much better. What a stage setup, huh? Oh, okay. Phew, there you go. Thank goodness. Alright, sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There was only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaces across the street, and 2 on the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay? Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That was 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes.
That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools.
Right? But that wasn't all. Oh, no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther from the scene, and yet
I saw nothing at all. Oh, are you sure? Did CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it.
Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though.
Huh. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see? Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Rebel, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it.
You tell me! Like, I've been recording these for almost an hour, and I start to get parched. Roger that. What would you like?
What do you suggest?
How about some tea with ginger and honey?
Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base?
You mean hibiscus? Definitely.
Okay then, I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey.
Tejahe Rosella. Looks fun. One popping hot Tejahe Rosella for you. You have to roll the R's. Also, let me turn that back on. Apologies. Damn, I look yellow. Jahe means ginger, te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus.
I see, legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Rebel.
I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join in your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more.
Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghost, huh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't you?
I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. Would you really want to, like, say ghost right next to Riona, who's a banshee?
This is a real serious problem, kid.
Don't joke around like that. Sorry.
Interesting.
You know something?
No, not me. But she might.
Right, the tree wasn't it. The tree, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought.
I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree?
Huh?
I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss?
Well, it's because someone passed away there.
What?
Allow me to explain.
Oh, that's thumbnail material right there. Just click. What is it? 39 minutes in? I'll make sure to remember that.
I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct?
Right.
They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that.
Huh?
I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough.
Was all that before the Vindication Act?
Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo.
What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible.
It was the main reason why the Fairy Market was created in the first place, to ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of the Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come and take a look.
Sounds kinda too low-key, no?
Because it was illegal, silly.
Oh.
And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree standing where there was no tree before.
Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it?
How long ago was this?
The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961.
Happened before I was born, huh?
Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget.
Huh?
We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual.
Oh.
Correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found in that crash site, as well as the vendor being transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case.
Huh.
But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect.
You mean the tree?
Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarks behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that.
You don't?
No, we simply disappear.
Wait, so you can die as a banshee? Okay.
So, if I'm getting this right,
The tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa, I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you.
Yes?
You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I definitely think so.
I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of the vandalism began.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not.
stay safe.
Will do. I'll keep y'all posted. And don't forget your lighter again, please.
I better get going as well. I got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss.
Yes?
It's about the fairies passing on and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess it's not.
Unfortunately, that is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory.
That's kind of sad, not gonna lie.
But it wasn't enough, wasn't it? Else we'd still have that tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about.
For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So no need to feel bad about it.
Jeez, that took a dark turn. Shoot, I'll get more onto that at the end of this episode soon. But man, that's depressing to think about.
Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala.
Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir.
Well then, nice to meet you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona.
Thank you.
See you around. Bye, Rebel. Take care. Now, are we going to discuss your music career or stuff like that between y'all, or, you know, end this day off? Because the pacing of this day, as much as I hate to admit it, of the beginning of this episode, it was a pretty long day. Or a pretty long night, I should say. So, you okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? You like her, don't you? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Rebel. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe?
I wouldn't mind one.
Nice. What do you feel like having?
Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to your blue pea tea.
Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you, may I?
Sure.
You like her, don't you? Want to get in them pants. I understand. Like, look at Riona. She bad. Rebel, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video. It looked perfect for Our Lady. Yup, what is it? It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Wait. Whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman glass. Blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Yeah, listen, I get it, you're the customer, and, you know, they say the customer is always right, but, you know, that's a myth. It really is a myth, because I am the barista. I have the guide on my phone. I know how to make the recipes. So, hop off my dick, bruh. Okay, maybe. Oh, a Galaxy Mint tea. I'll take your word for it, Lucas. You better not be f***ing with me. Alright, here you go, miss. For the man sitting right beside you.
Ha! That looks nice. Very pretty.
Do you like it?
Oh, I like it. Thank you.
I'm glad you do. And wow, Rebel, it looks exactly what I envisioned. You're a G. I know, I'm a gangster. A straight up G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills.
Why?
Ugh. Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Cause I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way, the traditional way.
Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself.
Oh, now that's why you call what you call a huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask you a little teeny question?
Go ahead.
What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place?
Because it's been done before.
Pardon?
Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible.
Whoa, for real?
Her part was that of a sorbet aria, or aria, I don't know. And she was not very well known.
What is a sorbet aria, or aria?
Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet
arias
would be sung towards the end of the second act. Usually before the evening ended, hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet
aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something?
Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expecting to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on a an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me.
Oh man, I bet it was.
Sadly, I couldn't find any other of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying it on my own.
That's really cool and brave of you to do. I agree.
I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing.
Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You know what? Let's get a little real right now. Go ahead. Yep, full screen it up. Get my ugly ass face on camera. Cool. So with this whole thing, like that is cool. Like want to do your own thing. But back to what he said about Forgotten. And him being an influencer and like a YouTuber of sorts in his him being a YouTuber of sorts in this world or alternate universe, like I don't remember the specific video of Domix. I don't know what I'm trying to explain, but like YouTubing and stuff, like whole influencing, being on the internet and stuff, and especially like making these videos, these are like relics of y'all to remember me like years and years ahead when I'm most likely dead of sorts, but I'm not because I'm immortal. But when I'm most likely dead, and like my videos will still be here to be like, hey, remember this video of where I played this hentai dating sim game? Remember this video where I said Katusi? Yeah, those are fun times, but like, I don't know. It's hard to think about like being forgotten and all this stuff like years and years ahead when you're all dead and just people have forgotten about you. Because that's what Coco in the Book of Life did, and that's, again, scary to think about. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world.
Is that what you think?
Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before, and that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Bro, why is this game just talking to me right now? It's staring me right in the face and saying, nigga, we are talking to you. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Rebel? No comment. Aw.
Why do you want to be remembered so much?
Why wouldn't you?
Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me?
I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally, couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Cause they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. So your dad is a man whore. Gotcha. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for a couple of months, more than a couple of months. Then he'd just leave it again a couple of days later.
Are you the oldest?
Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a few weeks to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it's just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up has filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Oh, you gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that.
I see.
But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money, that the house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly.
The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you.
Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie too, huh? You snakes!
You didn't do that, right?
Hell no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team.
That's a relief.
But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family bills, and of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. Oh no.
The production house?
You had to join a hype house just to keep the money flowing? I pray for you. I don't know. Joining a hype house would be fun, but it'd have to be with like my friends, my personal friends that I know and love. Because if it had to be with other influencers that just are trying to get money through the game, I'd jump off a bridge. No. I wouldn't jump off a bridge. I'd jump out of my window, my house window, on a bed, and then cry myself to sleep. Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know. As such with young influencers. Hey, if y'all want to pick me up, go ahead and pick me up. But I ain't making no videos with the other content creators. Just know that. Okay, I may be joking, but like, grow my channel, because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story.
If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it.
No, it's not that. It's just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. What, the nice guys finished last meme, I guess? That didn't discourage me at all much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey, baby goat. What are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party goatee. Why do these feel like slurs? Mr. X's, you gonna go fishing again tonight or whatever? Fishing? Ugh. We had to go out and try and hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh. I would always try to be the punchline though, because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates to be sorts of a dumb jerk for just the jokes. Just so all looked fun for the cameras. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded me of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? Ugh. So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked.
You had it difficult.
Yeah. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about.
It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening.
I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question?
Sure.
Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? Oh, I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforwardness efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but.
But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it.
Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so...
Wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think?
No pressure though.
How does the show work?
Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it just yet. But ideally, it will have like an interview at the first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. Yeah. So I can bet you the results will still be quality.
Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right?
If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about the haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you.
I'm flattered, but no thank you.
Damn. Okay.
Thanks for considering me, though.
Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing.
Yes, I get it.
Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to.
Maybe.
I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Rebel. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Again, this is Coffee Talk. We drink coffee and we talk about our feelings here. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around.
Safe trip.
Alrighty, see you, Rebel. Come again soon. Come on, consider it, Riona. This might be your chance. Shoot.
I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years.
And I'm quite glad to hear that.
Thank you, Rebel.
For what?
For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with.
It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. I just like having company.
Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon.
And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Riona. And have a good night. Woo! Everyone's gone. Close up shop. We need to end up the video. Quick! Phew. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Yeah, this was a long ass... It's an hour and 7, and we just got done with the first night 1 or whatever. Yeah, no, we're gonna end it off there. Just let me look over a few stuff. All right, like, comment, sub, and comment. Shoot, stop with the comment down below. I'm sorry. Just like, comment, sub. Like, comment, sub. And that's the end of the video. I can't. I'm running out of ideas, so I gotta stop with the and comment down below bit. But yeah, this was a long night video. And I won't even say like long video, because I definitely recorded more long parts for this series, but that night was just long. And I'm not saying that as like a bad thing, because like we got a lot of exposition and some very deep thought and stuff like that, like being remembered, you know, this whole thing about kind of like speaking to me, because this game really does speak to me, and I really enjoy it for that too. I just love coffee talk. That concludes the show, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. Make sure to say see you later on your way out, and catch you next show. Till next time, peace out.